Hello, I'm Sonia Marie, and I want to thank you so much for joining our 30-day New Year, New You. And today we're going to talk about getting yourself ready for our program that's going to start January 5th. I'm so excited we're going to be doing this together every step of the way. I'm going to be in the trenches with you guys for the 30 days, and we're going to email each other through our special designated Facebook group. So if you haven't yet accepted the special group, please go to your Facebook page and accept it so that we can start chatting and getting to know each other. So today I'm going to show you how to get prepared for January 5th. Putting just a few staples in your house to get you prepared and ready to start with the program, with the recipes I'm going to be sharing with you, is extremely, extremely important. Okay, so our first fat-burning kitchen product that we're going to keep in our kitchen to help us lose weight with is coconut oil. So we're going to use organic, unrefined is what is very, very important for coconut oil, that it's unrefined and not processed in high heat. It's going to be cold pressed, and you can buy this anywhere: Sprouts, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. There's quite a few of them out there, but what is important is unrefined and organic. The reason I like to use the coconut oil is so that we can not have rancid oil in our foods. The number one fat storing tip is oils that we use to cook our foods with. When we start the process with rancid oil, it actually will shut down our metabolism. Okay, so using oil that is really works well in high heat temperatures is going to be important. Coconut oil can sustain a 350 degree temperature, which makes it by far the best kind of oil to cook in. And yes, I cook my eggs and vegetables and steak and everything in the coconut oil. And it doesn't make it taste like coconut. I know that's the misconception. Everybody thinks, but it's going to taste like coconut. It really doesn't. Unless you use way too much oil, you're actually going to get the taste of the food really coming through with the coconut oil. Now, the reason why I use coconut oil and not olive oil or vegetable oil to cook in, those aren't sustainable. They actually turn rancid, especially olive oil, in 120 degrees. When you think about olive oil, you think of a really dark container, right? Olive oil comes in like a dark green glass container of olive oil. And the reason they do that is because it can't even sustain the light in the grocery stores where we shop. So if it can't sustain light, what do you think's happening when you're putting it in a pot and heating it up, right? It turns rancid immediately, and the rancid oil will actually cause inflammation in your body, will really affect digestion in your food, and it starts those fat storing hormones because your body is trying to protect itself from the rancid toxins. That's going to be stored into your body's fat and make it even tougher to lose weight, okay? So we're going to stay away from olive oil in the sense of using it to cook, but olive oil, yes, is very, very healthy for us, and we're going to use that on our vegetables and our salads. We just won't heat the olive oil, okay? Seed oils, some seed oils can be used if they're organic and unrefined to cook in, but honestly, there are not many that can sustain the heat of what coconut oil can. If you have allergies to tree nuts and you cannot have coconut oil, I want you to look towards maybe like a walnut oil or a pistachio oil, or even you can use grapeseed oil, but really pay attention to the label. Make sure it's organic and unrefined, and that's pretty hard to find, but if you can, then you can use those elements, but still that only has a heat level of 200 degrees, okay? So coconut's our best bet. Our second item we can use to cook in is, yes, yummy butter, organic butter. I know, this is gonna be an awesome 30 days. We're gonna be eating lots and lots of butter. I'm gonna explain the whole process of butter later, but for today's video, we're gonna use organic butter, if you can find grass-fed dairy, right, grass-fed butter. That's fantastic, okay? So we're going to be using that as one of our healthy fats also. So if we're looking for a sugar source, we can use only use natural sources of sugar. This is organic maple sugar. So maple syrup, yes, pure maple syrup, organic maple sugar, coconut sugar. This is another one, organic coconut sugar. We can use this. This is a natural sugar source. White table sugar, not so much. When we get the elements in salt and sugar that are white, just like white flour and bleached flour, 90% of it is chlorine, right? Sodium chloride. We do not need sodium chloride in our diet. So I really want you to be mindful. If it's completely white in color, stay far away from it. Those are the elements that actually make us sick. So if we're using sugar in the raw, not brown sugar, but sugar in the raw, that's also a healthy element of sugar source. We're going to talk about not using calories. We don't calorie count these 30 days. That's not sustainable. This is not a normal, I guess you would say, diet. I don't like dieting. No one likes dieting. And so we stay away from dieting, okay? We eat whole, organic, really good food that tastes amazing. And in the duration of these 30 days, you're going to be losing weight, having more energy, feeling better, sleeping better, and it's really going to be life-changing. So I'm so excited that you're here in this 30-day program with me. What I'm holding here is Sweet Leaf Stevia. Yes, it's calorie-free, and the only reason I allow Sweet Leaf Stevia in our eating plan is because it is plant-derived. It's the only calorie-free sweetener that is from a plant. Okay, so if you like your Splenda Sweet and Low Equal, stay away from that and use Sweet Leaf Stevia instead. Okay. All right, so salt. Salt is going to be extremely important in our diet for these next 30 days. Even if you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure, high cholesterol, high triglycerides, all of the above, I want you to really get a really good mineral salt. An organic pink Himalayan sea salt or a gray Celtic sea salt. Either one, I want you to have color to your salt, which means the minerals are still in the salt. That will also help us with a few things. You're going to use less of it because it's a whole mineral. It'll be even saltier than your white table salt ever was. And when you're eating white table salt, it actually makes you crave more salt because of the chlorine. So as long as your salt has color to it, the minerals are still in it, and it's still healthy for you. Okay? The next item I want to share with you is nuts. Nuts and seeds are going to be our friend. So pick your favorite nut. Mine is walnuts and hemp seeds. My favorite seed. There's so much protein in here. It's so easily digestible. This is an organic hemp seed, and it's raw, shelled, and it is so tasty, but it's going to be a really powerful element for our smoothies and our snacks, and just to add some added protein to our food source for the duration of our 30 days. Another fun element is, yes, we keep hearing all of this stuff about coconut water. which one's good, which one's not. This is a really iffy one, but I'm going to tell you that it is extremely important for hydration. We're going to use this for liquids for our smoothies, even our coffee. If we're having to have our coffee in the morning, I'll show you how to do that. And this brand here is organic, so we want to make sure that we're getting raw coconut water, and if we're so blessed to get it from the coconut ourselves, even better. So I'm going to give you also one little tip that I think is extremely important for our self-care at home, and I know we don't think of this element as a big deal, but the elements of what we do every single day to our body that we mindlessly forget we're doing is extremely important. That's the first rule of thumb of getting just a healthy body and feeling healthy and being healthy, is that daily regimen of the things we do every single day, being mindful of the products that we're using, lotions, deodorants, and our toothpaste. So today I'm going to talk to you about toothpaste. This is going to be a really good number one key factor. Removing fluoride from our daily intake, right? This is Tums. There's also products that are called Alba and Nature's Gate that have fluoride-free toothpaste. And the reason why I want you to have fluoride-free is I want you to start your day, every day, really healthy. Fluoride actually has elements that turn on inflammation, that cause diabetes, that cause thyroid problems, that cause hormone imbalance, that causes impotency. It really has a terrible effect. It even is one of the major causes of anxiety and depression. So when you can remove an element that you put in your body at least twice a day from your system, you're already doing a world of good for your body. So the reason why we take fluoride out, fluoride, yes, helps harden our enamel, but scientists back in the day had fluoride made. It was actually formulated for Hitler. Yes, Hitler scientists formulated fluoride. So you can look it up. It's pretty interesting to read. And what Hitler needed is the people in the concentration camp, the outlook of having the fluoride was its important task of doing two things. One, making the people in there impotent so that they could not reproduce on this planet, right? He was trying to stop the culture. And two, to make sure that they weren't smart enough, smarter than him to think him and figure out ways to get free. So fluoride does two things. One, it hardens your arteries from the inside out. It makes you really impotent because it jacks up your hormones beyond belief. But it also diminishes your brain cells. It kills your brain cells. It actually will make you not so smart. It really does diminish your brain. It affects your brain directly. Okay? So yes, our dentists they charge us extra for fluoride treatments, and what they found is the byproduct is it hardens the enamel on your teeth. If you're eating healthy food, you don't need to harden the enamel on your teeth. Your teeth are just fine. So what I'm going to ask and suggest that you do is remove fluoride from your diet. It's in so many different things. It's in antibiotics, and it's in our tap water that we drink every single day. And yes, we even make sure that our kids have fluoride in their toothpaste. That would be something I would really ask you to look into if you do have kids, removing fluoride from their toothpaste. And there's really fun flavored toothpaste even for kids that are fluoride free. So this is just a health tip, of something that really makes a huge, big difference. So being mindful of the tap water that you drink and the toothpaste that you use every single day is an important task. So sorry this video is so long today, but I really wanted to give you some tips of getting started, getting your kitchen ready, getting your home ready for this 30 days. It's going to be full of information that I am going to be giving you on just overall a healthy lifestyle so that this 30 days is sustainable for the rest of your life and you never have to diet again. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll be talking to you again really soon. Have a great day.